Good afternoon. My name is John Colascione. We are at the Long Island Business Expo at Hofstra University. I will be speaking at 11:15 on search engine optimization, social media marketing, and promoting your business on the internet as far as local promotion. I'm from longisland.com, and I look forward to informing and educating as many people as possible. It's going to be a great event. It's early in the event. It's getting very busy, and it's a very exciting day. My name is John Colascione. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of longisland.com, Long Island's most popular website since 1996. We serve about 450,000 people per month come to the website and read our information. It's a local website. Primarily those people are from Long Island. And we serve roughly about 5 million people a year. I did not start out at longisland.com. I started out with a competing website about 15 years ago. And through search engine optimization, I was able to promote that website, grow it, continue to buy out competing websites that were also related to Long Island. And I grew the site and eventually took over my main competitor, which was longisland.com, and now I own that site. So I used the search engines and everything I could learn about how they worked in order to promote my business, because I really, starting out, I had nothing. There was nobody. I didn't have marketing money for radio. I didn't have television budget. So I used search engines to promote my business, grow my business, and eventually I was able to buy out more and more business as I went along. So we're going to talk about Google primarily today, because that's the most important search engine for you to be worried about. Bing and Yahoo are also very important. You want to have good search engine rankings on Bing and Yahoo, but they have such a fraction of the traffic that Google has. And you really want to have your business ranking really well on Google in order to grow, for people to find. So everything that we talk about today is primarily going to be based on Google, but we do want to have our businesses appear well in Yahoo and MSN, which is big. It's still very important, but like I said, Google is really king when it comes to driving traffic to your website. Google has actually admitted or was willing to share that there's up to 200 different things they evaluate about a website to determine where it belongs in their search engine. But there's probably like 10,000 things, but there's 200 that they actually confirm. Search engine optimization started out maybe like 15 years ago. It was very easy. If you wanted to come up for a particular thing, if you had tennis clubs for sale, you wanted to come up at the top of Google for tennis clubs, all you had to do was make sure that you had tennis clubs, that word tennis clubs, on the website a good amount of times. And if you had a couple of links that pointed to the website, that instead of it said click here, it said buy great tennis clubs. That was pretty much it. That was really all you needed to do. It was very easy. But it's changed greatly over the years. And one of the reasons why, we need to really understand why it's changed, is because Google doesn't want anybody to really know how to figure it out. Because they're sending, I mean, the last time I heard, I think it was like $1 million an hour. Google's making, say, $1 million an hour selling paid search ads at the top of the search engine, where everybody is bidding to be at the top of the search engine. So Google went public 5 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, and it's become more and more important for them to just make a killing. You know what I mean? So they don't really want anybody to understand what's going on with the search engine. The more confusing it becomes, the more money they make on paid search. The most important thing out of all these 200 or 10,000 things that Google is really interested in is links to your website. Links to your website are very important. It basically tells the search engines how important is this website. Google needs to figure out if this website matters. So one of the most important things you need is for other sites to link to your website. And I want to get into something called link equity, because a lot of people, they're doing like ads in the Penny Saver. They might do some like other print advertising, and there's a lot of benefit. A lot of people don't understand when they're buying an ad on the internet, where is it going? What am I paying for? Am I getting anything out of this? And so when you do advertising, when you're trying to advertise your business, if in any way the advertisement includes a link, that's good, because that's going to help you long term. I always see much more value in advertising your business on the internet versus any kind of print. So that's one of the things. Link equity. Link equity is very important because at the end of the day, the guy with the best links wins. And sometimes you'll see businesses that always seem at the top of the search engine. And if you ever ask why is that business always at the top of the search engine, I can't get there, usually you're going to be able to say, the guy's been in business for a really long time, he's got an established website, Google probably has known about it for a long time, and he's probably got a lot of links. And especially if it's like a major company, they probably do a lot of advertising. And that advertising, it creates a buzz about their business, and it creates link equity. So link equity is really important. It winds up coming into play all over the place. Google really wants to show your website. It really does. Google is hunting for great information. Google is the information finder. So Google really wants to display your website if you've got something unique to offer. If you don't have anything unique to offer and you just copied the content from some other website that's been around longer, forget about it. You're never going to come up. It's going to be a very difficult. You have to outweigh that bad with good link equity. Then maybe you get there. But if you have good quality content, Google wants to know about it. So if you have a website, it doesn't have to, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a 50,000 page website or if it's a 5-page website. Consider putting a resource on that website. That's great. If someone searches for something on Google and they show your link and someone clicks on it and it takes a really long time to load, Google doesn't want that long. It's frustrating the user. Google has two main motivations: to make money selling pay-per-click ads and to provide the best information possible with very little user aggravation. So they don't want you to find spam, they don't want you to find low-quality stuff, and they don't want you to find something that won't load nice on your phone. We'll get into that mobile. They don't want you to find a website that doesn't load because it's really slow. They want the greatest stuff. So if your website's not running slow, it's not running fast, that could be an issue. Google's also looking at stuff like, and this is where it says, where I say that you have to really have your website, it's going to be a great site. If Google's also measuring things, which is very hard to believe, but when the search engines come up, if somebody clicks on your link and immediately leaves, that's bad. Google doesn't like that. Google calls that a bounce rate. So in other words, every time this keyword comes up, I show this website. This website ranks number 2 because I think it's pretty good. And every time somebody clicks on it, they leave. That's no good. I got to get rid of that. And they're going to replace it with something else. So you want your website to be sticky. When people get there, you want them to click around. You want them to go here, go there. Stay on the website a little while. That actually matters. So you might, you want to make sure your navigational structure is pretty decent. People can find their way around the site. They look at it, they're interested. You don't want people to go to the website and just leave. So you want to make sure that your website is mobile friendly. That's another thing. All these things come into play. Bounce rate. Are people liking the website when they get there? Or are they leaving immediately? Is the content good? Or is the content just found somewhere else? Is it copied? Did anybody actually take time to look at this website? And Google actually has manual reviewers that look at this stuff. It's amazing that they can even get through all of this work. But they have people that actually look at the websites and make a decision. Should this website rank well? I like the target equals blank. That's the little piece of code that we do. But target equals new. That means open new window. So basically, if someone's on your website and you want to put a link on your website to another website, let the window open in a new browser. This way, they don't lose. When they're done with that, they'll come back to you. LongIsland.com is a big site, a lot of traffic, because it's been around a long time. A lot of people reference it. We post a lot of news and things that are going on, especially this event. A lot of people read that information, they link to it. It's been around, for ages, and it's got a great link popularity. It's gained great link equity over the years. It's authoritative. Google feels that it's authoritative because a lot of people have reference it through links. So you really just need to simulate that type of thing with your website, no matter what it is. And it doesn't matter if it's some product that you really don't think is that interesting. Figure out a way to make it interesting. Whatever it is, it's interesting to someone. It's interesting to you. It's interesting to others. And there's got to be some tricks to make it interesting.